Brilliance Audio presents Love Like Ours by Melissa Foster, performed by John Lane. You need a reset, a total overhaul, Piper insisted. If you were a house, I'd tear out a few of the walls and open them up, redecorate. She's not a house, Bridget said, and she doesn't need to redecorate. She's gorgeous. Well, she needs to unlock that chastity belt or I'll cut the damn thing off, Piper threatened. Stop. Talia Dalton snapped at her younger sisters over Bluetooth as she drove through the quaint town of Harmony Point toward Beckwith University, the small private college where she taught. Balancing her coffee in the steering wheel, she tried to whip her head to the side to move a wayward lock of hair that had flown into her eyes. As if her family's pestering wasn't enough, she had to drive with her window cracked when it was snowing out because her car had developed a weird odor overnight. If only she could start the day over. She'd have turned her phone off. This is why I didn't come to have breakfast with you guys, Talia said. She and her family often stopped at their sister Willow's bakery to touch base before their days got crazy. I do not need a total anything. I'm perfectly content. Content isn't happy, Willow said. She had recently wed actor-turned-screenplay-screenwriter Zane Walker, and they were joyously, blissfully in love. Talia would give just about anything to have even a moment of what they had. Well, anything except having her sisters direct her love life. She and her sisters were in the midst of planning a wedding for Bridget and her fiancé Bodhi, and unfortunately her sisters had decided to take on the task of finding Talia a man, too. They'd driven her bonkers over the last few weeks, pushing her to put herself out there more often. Talia had a busy life and little patience for dating games. Not that she knew much about them, having dated very little over the past few years. She winced at that reality. But men were not the most trustworthy creatures on the planet, a fact she'd learned the hard way. Bridget and Willow had gotten lucky, which meant there probably weren't many guys left around Sweetwater, their small hometown, who could be trusted the way Zane, Bodhi, and Talia's brother Ben could. If only Ben were on the phone with them, he'd help her calm the Dalton chaos. But he was out of town for a business meeting and wouldn't be back until tomorrow. You should take a cooking class, Willow said. You might learn to love cooking, and you might find a great guy there, a chef. If she looked like Willow, blonde, curvy, and totally unaware of how gorgeous she was, maybe men would flock to her. But Talia took after her father. She was tall, dark, lean, and above all else hyper-aware of every vibe she put out, verbal or otherwise. Chefs don't need classes, Wills, their mother corrected. But Talia, you could take a sailing lesson, or go on one of those singles cruises. You could go to one of Benny's friend Treat Braden's resorts. I hear they're gorgeous. Aurelia, you're jumping on the pestering Talia bandwagon too? Talia asked. Aurelia Stark had grown up with them and had recently moved back to Sweetwater. She was helping Willow in the bakery while they figured out the best plan of attack to purchase the bookstore Aurelia's grandmother had once owned and combine it with a bakery. It's not a bandwagon, Aurelia said. It's a sisterhood. Someone shoot me now, please.